Hey, good afternoon. Peace and grace, everybody. How you feel today? It's such a beautiful day outside. It is Friday, September 3rd. If I'm accurate, let me see. I'm sorry, Friday, September 2nd. All right. I got a lot going on in my head, and sometimes I just don't keep up perfectly with all of the information, but I'm making this quick post. It's really a story about glory. All right. And so stick with me for the next 2 minutes. I know our attention span is short, but try to stick with me for just a moment to hear the end of this story. So I know I've got about at least 200 to 300 people who have been with me since the very first day that I went live on Facebook, starting this movement, right? This advocacy work for my son, Justin. And so it has been a journey, and there's no doubt about that. But the story of glory that I want to give you, maybe some of the new people who are my friends, my comrades on Facebook, you don't know the history of the movement. So remember, how many of you remember when I had my brand spanking new Mazda CX-5, right? Beautiful. She was called Sonic Blue. And I bought her right off the showroom floor and brought her home. And just in about maybe, I guess, 7 to 8 months after I brought her home, someone came along and almost pretty much destroyed the entire driver's side of the vehicle. Just tore it in half, literally tore the car almost in half. I knew then that there wasn't something wasn't right about that. But everyone tried to convince me, oh, it was a drunk driver, somebody on drugs late night just came through and they couldn't see and they drove and they hit your car. I said, okay, I'm going to go with that. Although it didn't make sense that a drunk driver or a person on drugs coming through, my car was the only car that was hit. Like, that didn't make sense to me. But I went along with what everyone was saying. Oh, it's just, drunk driver. I said, okay. I've spent every penny that I had to get the car repaired, fixed, insurance company, the whole 9 yards. Got the car repaired, brought her back home. She was never brand new anymore, obviously, but she was still beautiful in my eyesight. Brought her home, and I'd say maybe 4 months later, someone came along and hit it again. Tore up on the side, same side, driver's side, okay? Now I knew I was a target. Somebody was targeting me. They specifically wanted to hurt me. So got the car fixed again, right? Got the car fixed again by the grace of good folks who chimed in to offer me their love and their support. Chimed in, got the car fixed, paid for it to get fixed. After that, I started parking up on my curb. Just like the two tires up on the curb, just to get me off of the street, so no more drunk drivers, right, would hit my car again. Like 3 strikes and you've got to be out. So parked the car up on the sidewalk to my property in front of my home, and came out one day, maybe a month later, came out, and there's a $100 ticket on my car for being parked up on the sidewalk, saying that's illegal, it's against the law, you're not supposed to be parked on the sidewalk, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was so distraught about that. Obviously, I really didn't have the money. I just got my car fixed, so I was struggling financially, and $100 at that time was like going to blow me out of the water with all of the other financial responsibilities that I have to take care of. A good friend, an elected official, a sister friend of mine, I won't say who, but a great sister friend came through, helped me with the $100 ticket for parking up on the sidewalk, paid it off. And ever since then, there have just been cars, just every car that parks in front of my doorway. They don't belong to me. They're just other people's cars. They always park up on the sidewalk just in case a drunk driver, right? We're going to go with that. So in case someone thinks it's my car, they won't target their car and hit it. Every person that has parked up on the sidewalk in front of my door, Not one ticket, not one ticket, not one ticket. So these are the kinds of things that just reaffirm to me that I have been a target. Why? Somebody apparently doesn't like my advocacy or me expressing my voice and my viewpoints, which is a constitutional right I have to say what I'm thinking. We have that freedom of speech, but somebody apparently just doesn't or didn't like it. And that's only a few things that I have. And I've documented every single attack that I've had to deal with since I've been in this movement of advocacy. I've been physically threatened with bodily harm. People have done things all people have not been loving and kind and nice to me. And I've documented all of it just to show myself, if no one else, that I'm not crazy. I'm actually or have actually been a target simply because I'm an advocate. And why, I don't know. Other advocates are advocating and actively doing things, and nobody hit their car or gave them tickets or threatened to hurt them or their child. No one else is doing that. It just happened to me. So I'm writing a book. It's called The Memoirs of a Mother, A Journey Through Incarceration. I am putting that on my Patreon app. If you go to my link tree, it'll take you to all of my various different platforms that I'm on: LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and it just goes on and on. So now I have Patreon, and I'm literally writing my memoirs with documented proof that I have been a target as a result of my advocacy. Here's the glory story. Through it all, as crazy as it may seem, with all the threats and the attacks that people have put against me, something greater than myself, something more divine than me, has still kept me, has held me, keeps me standing. Like, I'm still standing and I'm still advocating, getting better and greater. And I've got some amazing things that are coming down the pike for me, that, it's going to work out to my advantage, God willing. But I just want to tell you, to anyone who may be listening, you may think that you're the greatest thing that ever existed and there's nothing greater than you, or maybe you are someone who knows that there's something greater than yourself. The only story that I'm giving you today is a word of encouragement. Stand strong. Be faithful. Have faith that which is greater than yourself actually loves you enough to sustain you and keep you and hold you. I must be on the right track somewhere. I must be doing something right. And I couldn't tell you what it is, but I must be doing something right. For everything that I've been through in the last 6 years since I've been advocating, God, we'll just call it God. God has sustained me all the way. There have been attacks and moments when something or someone, it just seemed like something evil was trying to absolutely destroy me. But I stood fast and I held on and I kept faith and I just kept believing and praying and moving forward to the best of my human capabilities. So I'm here to tell you, no matter what it is that you're going through, no matter what it is that has happened to you, no matter how bad it may seem, no matter how much it may hurt you, even the hurt of not only the attack, but to think that somebody wants to attack you, that's pretty screwed up. Hold fast. Believe in that which is greater than yourself to bring you through. And if you're on the right path and you're doing what is divinely your purpose to do, what you're supposed to be doing, God will see you through it. So hold fast, ladies and gentlemen. And that's just from my heart to yours, all right? So Stay amazing, stay awesome, stay beautiful, stay fabulous. To my boss and babes, to all the women out there, Ungawa, power up, because you're doing the damn thing. And that is no way to diminish my beautiful brothers out there, the men who were standing strong as real solid men. So just had to give you that moment of glory story. I hope it made sense, and that it was empowering and uplifting to someone. Maybe today you needed to hear that. All right, I'm Rachelle Wilson, still making some intelligent noise for equal justice under the law. Peace and grace. Love y'all.